I could live without a house with just holding an emerald crystal.
So we're here in the iconic Melrose Place area of Los Angeles in Colette Jewelry little boudoirs. You designed everything, you've set up everything.
I designed everything from the wallpaper to the cases to the pictures that you see on the walls. I took those pictures myself. I decorated with my own sketches. I believe that people like to see how do you start a piece from the very beginning.
It's very true, and in the different cases you've put different atmospheres and inspirations based on your collections, correct?
Correct. Like this is, I consider this as a jewelry box where I can express myself in every way. That's why when people come in say, oh, it's very Colette store. And it is, because for me, the retail space, it's a new thing in the US. I do have my own store in Mexico City where it's like 5 times the size. And that allows me to display every collection that I do.
What would be the must-have?
Either the Colette flower or
Okay.
some piece from Galaxia. The Colette flower is actually my first design, and it's all inspired in Normandy where I grew up, and all these baby flowers, like super tiny, that you can actually not even see them. And this is an analogy because I remember one day being so bored, and my mom told me one time, you know what, Colette, even in the poo of the cows you can find flowers. And I was like, what is she talking about? So I didn't understood at the time, so I started looking at those little flowers and I found them, and they were very tiny, and I used to press them in books. And then one day, you know, like probably after 15 years, I opened my books in Normandy in my room and I saw all my little flowers. So I decided to do the Colette flower, and that's why it's very flat and it's like a tattoo, because they were already super flat. There's no dimension to the Colette flower.
The Star collection that I'm wearing pretty much everywhere, you've crafted it with diamonds and enamel, and we've
Yes.
seen this year there's a big trend in enamel, but you've started it a long time ago.
Of course, people think of Colette as an avant-garde jewelry designer, which it's good and bad because I'm always, you know, ahead. I don't know why is that, but then, you know, when it's time for me to show the collections, I'm already bored, you know, I'm already into the next.
You started with a lot of monochrome designs in black and
Let
white.
me tell you why. I used to be a very colorful designer, but in 2007, 2008, when the market crashed, I really wanted to stay in business. I really wanted this to keep on going. And what I realized is that people were not spending money, right? So I said, I'm gonna go monochrome. So I'm gonna do white diamonds and black diamonds because people can see the value in it. You know, they perceive the value more than in color. And that was, you know, probably 5 years or 7 years that I did a lot of black and white. And I loved it, but I love color as well. So I'm incorporating little by little my core collection, which is Galaxia, with color. Also, I do a lot of Les Chevaliers. I do a lot of cluster of different beautiful stones. It's another way for me to show color.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Why?
Emerald. I don't know.
You know that brings hope. It's the hope color, the green.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's
Unconsciously.
why. I love green. I used to say like I could live without a house with just holding an emerald crystal. You know, because it's I just love it.
Cool, well thank you very much for your time,
You're
and thank you
welcome.
for welcoming us as your second home, I must say.
It is my second home. Thank you.